Welcome, friends. I'm glad you all are back. If you've never seen me before, welcome to the kitchen. I'm Lynn the Crafty Cook. Tonight we're going to have something real quick because number one, I don't have a lot of time. Number two, we all need quick weeknight meals. We're going to make goulash or hamburger hash or whatever you want to call it. Mama used to call it hamburger hash. I've heard people call it goulash. But we're going to take a pound of hamburger meat and stretch it as far as we can. Hopefully, I know the 3 or 4 of us can eat it. Maybe I'm hoping to have some leftovers for lunch tomorrow. Hoping, okay? So, got me a pound of hamburger meat. It's in the cold water over here thawing because I wasn't thinking, as usual, until supper time what I was going to cook. So I'm having to thaw out my meat. But while it's thawing, we're going to get our vegetables chopped up. And I've got my little chopper here. I know several of you all have asked about this chopper. And you know, I love it. And I actually got, well, I can't get that loose. I actually got this one at either Home Goods or TJ Maxx, I believe. Can't remember, but that's where I shop the most for all my kitchen gadgets. I do order some off of Amazon, and I promise you all, I'm getting you all up a little link so you can go and see everything I've ordered off of Amazon, and if you want it, you can order the same thing, okay? So, first of all, we're going to chop up our celery here. Lord, I gotta get a knife. You all know me, I can't get it all together before I get started. That's just not me. Let me get my garbage bowl. Alright, we got our celery here. I'm going to cut it in some big chunks. We're going to whack it up with this chopper. If Mama's got it all together right, she's going to whack it with the chopper. Why is it I get on here with y'all and it doesn't want to work? Why? If I'm not on here with y'all, it just goes right down every time. Just pretty as you please. Maybe my celery's getting kind of tough. It's getting old. That's a sign we need to cook with it. All right, now I'm going to cut up a half of this green pepper. Y'all, I'm doing all these vegetables right in this thing because then all I have to do is just dump one thing. One thing is all I have to dump in my pot with my burger meat, and we're good to go. I'm going to cut up half a green pepper, and I'm going to get half of a red or a quarter of a red and a quarter of an orange peppers. All right, here's our orange pepper. Trying to hurry. I might cut up a little bit more though. We like pepper. We do. I love sweet peppers like this. Lots of times if I just want a quick snack, I think, you know, I want something salty. So I'm like, I want me a pepper. I'll just cut me up a whole pepper and eat it. See, when they're fresher and not quite as wilty, they do chop better because this one is good and fresh. All right, let me grab this. This one's not as fresh. The red one is not. I'll probably end up cutting the rest of it and putting it in the freezer to use in something else. And I don't have a fresh pepper. Okay, let me shake that down so that it's got room to go in there. But y'all see how I'm doing that? See, all my vegetables are in there? And then I'll just brown up my meat and dump it all in there at one time. All right, there's that. Now then, I'm going to take y'all over here to the stove. And we're going to start this meat browning, okay? So I'll see y'all back over here at the stove just a second. Okay, we're back over here at the stove. Here's my hamburger meat. Had it in a food saver bag. I'll dump it in there and turn this on. Couldn't live without that food saver. I tell you all, I'll buy meat and stuff in bulk. I'm gonna throw this away in bulk, and then when it comes, then I freeze it, and it keeps it. Still a little bit thawed right in the middle, but it will be fine. Let me grab this other thing here. My meat chopper abouter. I do like this thing. All right, and into that I'm going to put 1 packet of onion soup mix. In this pot, you all, I've got some macaroni noodles cooking, because that's going to go in here. This is a 1-dish meal, 1 dish. And it's great leftovers for kids for lunches, husbands for lunches, you for lunch for that matter. Makes great leftovers. So with that going, then I will add all of our peppers and celery. Look here, isn't this pretty? It's gonna be so colorful. Aren't those colors pretty going in there? And then I've got to go over here and chop us up an onion, because we do put onion in it. So, all right, that's gonna start cooking right there. I'm gonna go over here and chop up an onion and a few mushrooms, and I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I've already put I chopped it up with my little chopper, because then I wanted to do my mushrooms. I put a half of a good size, my onion's about so big, good size sweet onion in here, a Vidalia or Texas sweet or, you know, whatever. And we're just gonna get this all browning up good. And I'm gonna add some of these mushrooms. I don't believe I'm gonna add all of them, because that's a lot. And I wanna make some cream of mushroom soup for the freezer. So I'll save a few of them. Like I said, our macaroni's over here cooking. I believe it's about done. So I'm gonna turn it off and drain it over here at the stove. This will be done in just a few minutes. It will not take it long at all. As soon as this meat browns and we get a little more seasoning in here, because I'm pretty sure it'll need a little bit more. But this is something you can come in real quick from work and just literally throw together. If you've got a pound of hamburger meat, a few vegetables. These can be frozen vegetables, y'all. In my freezer, I try to keep little baggies of onions, peppers, and celery already kind of portioned out. Mushrooms I don't like to freeze, because they are so full of water, and I don't like the taste. I don't like the way they do once they're thawed out. But yeah, you can absolutely go ahead and take you a week, 1 day a week, and do meal prep for that week. Or one evening. Go out to eat one evening. I know it's like redundancy, but go out to eat one night, and instead of cooking a meal at home, come home and get your stuff together. Go to the store, get your things together that you want to cook, and then kind of prep it all together so that when you come in from work, you've got it. You don't have to do anything else with it. All right, I'm going to dump these noodles over here in the sink while that's still browning. I'm just going to let those drain. They're in a colander that fits across my sinks. Love that thing. It's one of those collapsible colanders. Let me take y'all over here and you can see it. See it? And it collapses up and goes down flat. You just throw it across there, dump whatever in it. I love that. I love that. Okay, this is cooking. All the water's cooking out of those mushrooms now, y'all. So when this burger gets good and browned, I'm going to taste it and see if it needs any more seasoning. Then we're going to add a can of whole kernel corn, and I'm going to drain that because I don't like the juices off of it. Let me find a can opener. I need to bring an electric can opener to this house. This is the only one I've got. They tend to kind of hurt your wrists if you've got wrist problems or arthritis in your hands. These can be tricky. Y'all, wash off your cans. You never know where they've been in a store. Wash them off before you open them. When I get mine out of the, go ahead and throw that can of corn in there, right like that. Boom. when I get mine out of the cabinet to use them, I always, look, the cornmeal, it's so pretty. Can y'all see the colors in it? Can y'all see it? Maybe I can zoom y'all in here just a little bit. Can y'all see how pretty that looks? Red and green and yellow. This does make a real pretty dish. It really does. Now let me taste this meat. It's all browned up good. Let me taste a bite of this and see if we need more salt or pepper or what we need. Mmm. I think I'm going to add this other pack of onion soup mix. And then I'm going to taste it again. Then we're going to add a can of diced tomatoes and tomato juice. You want to leave that juice in it. This you do want to leave, right like that. Another little tomato there. Do y'all see how much I've got here? I've got vegetables, I've got meat, I've got it all. And you add your macaroni noodles, you've got your starch, your bread. So this is it. You put this in a bowl, put you a little bit of cheese on the top of it. It's delicious. And it's quick, it's easy, it's nutritious, especially if your kids won't eat this. If you put corn on their plate, they're not gonna eat it. Yeah, I know, I've got kids. You can put peas in it. This mama doesn't like peas if they're cooked. I like raw peas, fresh spring raw peas. I love them. I don't like peas that are cooked, so if I'm the cook, I get to put in what I want, right? So if you like peas or you like black beans, put all kinds of things in this. Now let's taste this again. See what we've got going on here. Y'all know that's good. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt because we're gonna add our macaroni noodles and a little bit of pepper. I think I'm gonna add a little paprika. Y'all hold on while I turn you sideways here to get it out of the cabinet. I have to set y'all up here in front of my spices. I'm just gonna sprinkle that across the top. Alright, now let's get my noodles here. I hope I don't have to have a bigger pot, but I may. I may have to have a bigger pot. It looks like I'm going to have a bigger pot, doesn't it? Andy, turn the light back on, buddy. I may not need all that macaroni. I may have cooked too much. Turn that off. Because it's done, y'all. That's how quick this is. We've been on here, what, 10, 15 minutes total time, even the time I've turned y'all off. It's not been but just a few minutes. And we're ready to eat supper. Okay? Like I said, we'll put a little bit of cheese on top of this, a little bit of shredded cheddar cheese or Parmesan cheese. It'd be good too. Like I said, you can spice this Italian. Use Italian herbs. I just use the onion mix because it's quick, it's easy, it's something I always have in my pantry. Okay, and that's what I'm trying to do tonight, is quick, easy, and what I've got in the pantry and the freezer. Alright, so there it is, it's done. Let me put you some in a bowl. You can see how pretty that looks. Serve it in a bowl. This pretty little clear bowl here. See how pretty that looks? Doesn't that look pretty? I'll grab us a little bit of cheese. I think I'm gonna add a little Parmesan cheese to mine. Just like that, just a tiny little bit. I've got that shredded. Doesn't this look delicious? Let's taste it now that we got the noodles and everything in it. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Delicious. This will freeze well, so you can freeze it. After you've gotten it done, make you some little individual freezer meals. I do that with all of my leftovers. We make individual freezer meals. So that's it for tonight, folks. Quick, easy, simple hamburger stretching meal, because in this economy, we're going to have to learn how to stretch our budget, aren't we? So this will feed all three of us tonight and maybe another night. So I hope y'all enjoy this quick, easy weeknight meal. And I'm going to remind you all to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss videos. Please watch all the way to the end. And I don't tell y'all this until the end. And I should tell y'all at the beginning, because the ones that start and don't finish don't know that I'm telling them to watch to the end. Duh. I know. I'll get it right one day. I promise I will. But for now, please like my videos. That helps them fit into this YouTube algorithm better. If you comment on them, that also puts them in the algorithm a little bit better. Watching them all the way to the end is the best thing to do. And share them. Share. So everybody can see them and everybody can get to know what I'm cooking, okay? We've got some good things coming up. The Masters is coming up. I don't know, any golf enthusiast and some that are not golf enthusiasts knows what the Masters is. Had an aunt that lived just right across from Augusta National Golf Course. We would go visit regularly. So I kind of grew up knowing about the Masters and knowing all about it. But they got two things that they're famous for: pimento cheese and egg salad. And we're going to try our hand at making their pimento cheese and their egg salad. Those are coming up, so you don't want to miss that, because if you're a Masters fan, or if your husband is, you're going to want to make him a pimento cheese and an egg salad sandwich to watch during the rounds, okay? So you can't watch the Masters without pimento cheese and egg salad. So you all stay tuned for those. They're coming up probably next week, because we've only got one more week after that for the Masters. So keep watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, and ring the bell. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.